What's up, everyone? Salvin here, and I'm bringing you another episode of 1-2 Endgame, where we are trying to take this hunter from level 1 all the way to the endgame, finishing Mythic Nyalotha before the Shadowlands expansion drops. So we're going ahead and we're continuing here, doing some quests in Eversong Forest, and we're going to probably do some dungeons in here as well. As for progress this week, in Classic, we have been working on our mage, just got it to level 52 recently as the recording of this video. This is the first week of AQ as well. We participated in the 10-hour war for about 4 hours from 12 a.m. to 4 a.m. my time. It was a lot of fun, hung out with some guildies as we killed some Alliance and we killed some moms, got some reputation. It was a good time. It was one of those things where it was really fun and interesting to be able to take part in that. You know, I took part in that in vanilla originally. I was, I think, level 52 hunter at that time, so it was nice to do it as 60. The annoying part being we actually missed the gong being rung originally because I was there probably 2 hours ahead of time, just hanging out, got into a group and everything, and was down by the gong. And then about 2 minutes before the gong could be rung, I actually got teleported out. What would happen is a bunch of people would get teleported to either, seems like Ungaro, Ratchet, or Thousand Needles to one of those graveyards, and we all had to end up making our way back there. Part of the reason being because there were so many people there that Blizzard had to put some precautions in there so people that had the scepter could ring the gong, and anyone in their group could be there as well. So some parties, some groups got teleported out, and unfortunately I was one of them right as the gong was being rung, so I missed that, but we did get in there for about 4 hours or so, doing a bunch of stuff and having a good time. We did stream it, so you can check that out. I believe the VOD should be up over at twitch.tv/Salvian. I'll put the link in the description down below. As well as we did AQ20. My guild did it right as the gates opened at 10 a.m. I did miss that one because idiot me decided I was going to sleep and then wake up, and it just didn't work out that way. I did do it for the initial server reset at AQ20, or at AQ20 for noon. So we did AQ20 then, and then AQ40 that night as well. So our first progression clear actually went really well. We made it to Twin Emps. We did BWL first, and then made it to Twin Emps before calling it a night. And we're going to continue doing that on Thursday, which may have already happened depending on when this video gets uploaded, but we'll keep you up to date on how that goes. So as you can see here, we're just going through and doing some quests. We just hit level 20. I am slowly realizing that I need to actually get mount training in order to use that mount. I believe I hold off on that for a while, actually, just to continue and not break up the leveling process here. We're just going through and killing some mobs. It's a grand old time. So yeah, the mage, I got to level 52, mostly doing the ZF farm from level 42 to 52. Started looking into doing possibly Dire Maul East. It's definitely one that I need to practice if I'm going to do it. There's always the option for a ZG boost, but I'm not really in the mood to get boosted through stuff. Yeah, here I have a little confusion. Pick up this quest, but nothing spawns, so we just move on. No point waiting here. We're looking for it, can't find it. So we're just going to move on and keep killing some stuff. As I was saying, the mage is leveling up pretty nicely. I hope to get it to 60 relatively shortly so I can have the ability to boost my own characters if I need to, instead of paying those other pesky mages for their boost, because gold is expensive. It's hard to make it unless you're a mage. And, I could definitely make it as a shaman, but I'd have to roll elemental, and I already have an enhance set, and I don't have an elemental set, so big orange hammer is better than, money. Other than that, there's not too much going on in World of Warcraft for me. I have been playing a bit of the Final Fantasy 14 as well. A new patch just dropped, which honestly I haven't had much time to check out because working on this series as well as just leveling and streaming. Haven't had too much time to dig into that, but I will be doing that some this weekend, and maybe we'll get some Final Fantasy 14 videos up there as well. Some news on the Shadowlands front. It looks like the PTR has been updated and has all the customization options in there, as well as some of the class changes. So it has the Shadowlands pre-patch information on there. Looking forward to testing that out, maybe make a video on that, where we go through and look at the customization and some of the changes to Paladin, Shaman, and maybe Hunter. Those are the three classes I'm probably going to be focusing on in Shadowlands, at least at first. We'll see where we go from there. Given how fast it is to level just in general, we'll probably have multiple level 60s at that point. Nothing too crazy here. My goal for this area is really, I just want to try and finish all of the quest here. It's something I haven't done in a long time, is finishing the quest in this starting zone. And I want to see how high we could get leveling by just doing the quest. So that's what we're doing here. We're finishing up these slight ones that weren't part of like the main hub that we didn't really get right away. So we're just going through and doing those. Right now, just making our way around. I'm probably going to be streaming some leveling as well. I won't do so without giving you guys a date ahead of time, so I want to make sure that I can get these videos uploaded and get you guys at least up to date with the content, and then we'll probably chop the stream up and just upload those. We'll see how that goes. As I mentioned in the last video, we do want to see how, I want to get information from you guys on how we want to do the expansions, either TBC, Wrath of the Lich King, or the level sync options for when we hit 60. So we are getting pretty close to that. I will put the poll in the description down below for you guys to go ahead and vote on, and just let me know what you think and what you'd like to see. And then we can go ahead and push forward with that. I do want to try and hit 120 as soon as possible at this point. So one thing I want to do is I'm probably just going to go through level. I want to try and stream it, but if we skip some of the stuff, it's solely just because going through and doing these starting zones, it's very fast, but time consuming when making the videos as well. So trying to stay on top of all that while still trying to push the levels is, kind of hard. But something that we can probably do here. So as you can see here, we are in SFK now. So we're just going through, doing this dungeon, completing all the dungeon quests, getting all the experience, leveling as fast as we can here. Trying not to just spam dungeons, because I think that can get pretty boring and isn't as fun to watch. One thing I'm noticing as progressing through these and doing dungeons as well is just how much single target damage Beastmaster Hunter does. It's kind of insane, and it's insane to me that it does this much at low levels as well. As you can see here, it looks like everyone is in heirlooms as well, so it's not just me this time like it was in RC, but our damage is still pretty high up there. Usually top damage on boss fights, and pretty high as well on non-single target fights, so it has been fun to have a lot of damage as Hunter so far. As for the YouTube and Twitch content end, I am still working on getting a intro made up, working with one of my friends that does music to get the song, and then I'm going to go ahead and get some clips and everything from either the stream or some videos here, and we'll put together a little intro there. I'm also working on some new graphics with another one of my friends to try and get some updated graphics for YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, the socials, and try to get things updated there. I'm going to be probably commissioning someone on Fiverr, I believe it's called, to get them for artwork for the stream, for some layouts, and try to get that all situated as well. Going for a complete overhaul of stuff. We've been doing this for a while now, using the same stuff, so I think it's time for an update, some better branding and push there. And it's always good to have some fresh content, and I think it's going to look great. I'm really excited for it, and I can't wait to get to work on that. As we pushed here through the dungeon, we're about halfway through at this point. Got some shoulder pads that are obviously not as good as our heirloom ones for a couple reasons. Which actually reminds me, one thing I need to take a look at is there's some new heirloom updates. I believe it was the last video I made, I mentioned that they were removing the EXP on heirlooms. I believe that's still the case, but they probably have some new bonuses on them. I haven't had the chance to take a look at that, so for the next video I would have reviewed that, and we'll have some more information for you guys. Then I'm sure you can look it up as well. I'm sure Blizzard's posted about it, but I will be including a section on the next video talking about that, so we can be informed and have a better understanding of what's going to go on there, because I am working on a few Horde characters, and I want to know what that's going to look like for heirlooms, this character as well. So the weapon and I believe a couple other pieces aren't fully upgraded. So if we don't make it to 120, before the end of the expansion. I want to know if it's worth upgrading the heirlooms so they can go to the new level 60 and actually be worth it, instead of it just being just the stats that upgrade with you and not XP. There needs to be something more on there or worth it for me to want to spend the money to upgrade those. We have a lot of content coming your guys' way. We have more of these videos. I'm going to be, like I said, taking a look at the Shadowlands pre-patch on the PTR. We're going to look at heirlooms. Streams are mostly been progression based, hoping we can finish up AQ40 this week. If not this week because of lack of people online on Thursday, we might finish it or get a full run next week. From there, I'm probably going to take a bit of a break from WoW Classic on stream and focus on retail and maybe some Final Fantasy. Get some push of the new content and leveling this character, as well as working on my Paladin Horde side to try and get them ready for Shadowlands in case that's who I take forward. Still debating whether or not if I want to go for Paladin at the start, which is been my main class in Wrath of the Lich King, or go with this hunter here if we can level up and finish in time as well as complete Mythic Nyalotha. It would be fun to take this character into Shadowlands, but we'll see how that goes as we progress through this. As for other content for the stream and YouTube, I would love to hear from you guys on stuff that you want to see. I want to try and get into more of the looking through patch notes, discussing what's coming up and the changes, as well as just putting out new content, doing more fun things. I am working on a video of the importance of community in MMOs. It's just one thing I've always thought was extremely important, and one thing I want to show why I think that, and things that I think old MMOs have done correctly and we've moved away from in new ones, and what I think can be done to improve some of that going forward for other MMOs. There will be some content on Ashes of Creation, New World, when we can do more stuff on that as well. So not just entirely WoW, but a bunch of other games as well in the pipeline as we try and push out more content for you guys. And we're on the second to last boss here. Looking down, taking a look at my damage as it skyrockets up there. Overall top DPS, I'm just pro gamer moves over here as a level 23 hunter. Can't really get much better than that as we revive the pet mid-combat because we were just that good. Clearing out these last few trash mobs as we move up and we pull that last boss. I forget exactly how much XP we get here. I know it's a lot. I'm pretty sure we get a level here, and then the last quest probably gets us another level there. Boss's pistol barrage is always a pain in the butt when you're standing on this side. Definitely do not blame the tank for tanking him where he is. It's my fault for standing on that side. Trying to remember that I can actually be closer to the mobs than I think I can. Just so used to playing a hunter in Classic where we can't stand right on top of people. So as we finish that dungeon here, I just want to thank you all for watching. Like I said, check the link in the description below for the poll on what we do for the leveling past 60. You can check me out on twitch.tv/7. I stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern. Been doing progression as well. That's on Tuesday, Thursday at 7 p.m. to about 11 p.m. If you guys want to check me out there, that'd be much appreciated. Don't forget to follow on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube, turn on the notifications to know when I'm going live or if I'm uploading new content. As always, thank you guys for watching.